හරිම සුදුයි.
Tonight, on First at 9 this Saturday, the 23rd of December 2023. To the rescue, Foreign Ministry seeks assistance of Myanmar to save Sri Lankans under terrorist captivity. Foreign Minister raises concern over the safety of Sri Lankan nationals with his Burmese counterpart. Power sector reforms. Renewable energy sector needs competitive bidding, highlights expert Dr. Tilak Siembalapitiya.
Committees usually set to increase the prices. So, bidding for renewables will not work, but we are told that renewables will reduce costs.
Uninterrupted. Power and Energy Minister assures interruption-free power supply during the festive season. Orders fuel stations to maintain 50% fuel stocks at minimum to avoid shortages. 2024, what to expect? Program to create 1 million SMEs in 3 years to commence next year, reveals the Social Empowerment State Minister.
ඔබේ විශ්වාසය දෙනු සෙන්සුරයින් දැන් ළඟමැති ෆාමසියෙන් ලබාගත හැක.
නියම මෝල්ට් සාරය සමග මැලිබන් මෝල්ට් දැන් රුපියල් 750ක් පමණයි.
This is AdaDerana First at 9. Live from Studio 24 in Colombo.
Good evening and welcome to AdaDerana First at 9. I'm Aditya Dirsingha joining you live with the latest in Sri Lanka and around the world. Now in your top story tonight, we take you to the latest on the Sri Lankans detained in a terrorist camp in Myanmar. Now the Foreign Ministry and the Embassy of Sri Lanka in Myanmar are seeking the assistance and the cooperation of Burmese authorities for the safe repatriation of Sri Lankan nationals who have been trafficked to Myanmar. 56 Sri Lankans are currently being held in a terrorist camp in Myanmar after falling prey to a human trafficking racket operated under the guise of providing overseas employment opportunities. During his official visit to Thailand, meanwhile, Foreign Minister Ali Sabri raised concerns on the safety of Sri Lankan nationals in Myanmar, with the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Myanmar, Tan Swe, on the sidelines of the BIMSTEC Foreign Ministers' retreat in Bangkok. According to the Minister of Foreign Affairs, 56 Sri Lankan nationals are currently being held in a terrorist camp in Mayawadi, Myanmar, after falling prey to a human trafficking racket operated under the guise of providing overseas employment opportunities. In a statement, the Foreign Ministry said the officials and the Embassy of Sri Lanka in Myanmar have continued to actively seek the assistance and cooperation of the Myanmar authorities on the safe repatriation of Sri Lankan nationals who have been trafficked to Myanmar. While highlighting that this situation has been ongoing since 2022, the Foreign Ministry says the Foreign Ministry, in collaboration with the Sri Lankan Embassy in Myanmar and the Myanmar government authorities, rescued 32 citizens from time to time between 2022 and 2023. The ministry states that they are in the process of taking all possible steps to liaise with the relevant Burmese government authorities and the International Organization for Migration to resolve the issue. However, the Myanmar government has expressly noted several difficulties in accessing that area due to the prevailing situation. The ministry has already taken action to inform and continuously engage with all stakeholders, including the National Anti-Human Trafficking Task Force, the CID, Human Trafficking, Smuggling Investigation and Maritime Crime Division, and the Department of Immigration and Emigration regarding this issue. Further, the ministry noted that Foreign Minister Ali Sabri raised concerns on safety of Sri Lankan nationals with the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Myanmar, Tan Swe, on the sidelines of the BIMSTEC Foreign Ministers' retreat in Bangkok, Thailand.
අර මැද පෙරදිග රැකියා හොයාගෙන යන මේ අනිත් අය නෙමෙයි. ඒකනේ ඉංග්‍රීසි භාෂාව, සිංහල භාෂාව මෙන්න හතරවන්න පුළුවන් දී භාෂා හැකියාව තියෙන පරිගණක සාක්ෂරතාවයේ තියෙන කිසියම් ඉවත් කරුණ පරපුරක් තමයි මේ විශ්වයේ තවුලා තියෙන්නේ. ඉතින් මම රටේ අපේ ජාතිය බුද්ධිමත් තරුණ දරුවන්ගෙන් ඉල්ලා සිටිනවා. ප්‍රවේශනකාරයන් ප්‍රයත්න නිපන් කුල ක්‍රමවේදයක් කරා ඒ රැකියාව විදේශගත.
According to UN estimates, over 120,000 people are being forced to work in scam centers in Myanmar alone at any time, and similarly another 100,000 or more in Cambodia. According to Interpol, initially online scams were concentrated in Cambodia, with further trafficking hubs later identified in Laos and Myanmar. However, they stated that today trafficking hubs have been identified in at least 4 more Asian countries, and there is evidence that these trafficking hubs are being replicated in other regions such as West Africa, where cyber-enabled financial crime is already prevalent. Further, Interpol noted that the diversity in nationalities of the victims in both regions has also dramatically increased. While initial human trafficking victims were Chinese-speaking, drawn from China, Malaysia, Thailand or Singapore, victims have since been trafficked to the region from as far afield as South America, East Africa and Western Europe. Now in other news, amid the fallout of the economic crisis, the incumbent government has drafted several key pieces of legislation to review and restructure the Sri Lankan economy. Among those key legislations, the new electricity bill, which seeks to monumentally reform the country's electricity industry, has been in the limelight recently. Pointing out the need to get this act passed through Parliament, Managing Director of Research Management Private Limited, Dr. Tilak Simbalapitiya, highlights that competitive bidding for renewable energy contracts is crucial to ensure cheaper prices for Sri Lankan consumers. Dr. Simbalapitiya also harped on the importance of raising public awareness of the crucial provisions within the electricity bill, which ultimately compel all relevant stakeholders in the industry to offer the cheapest rates possible.
How about buying renewable energy or signing renewable energy contracts on a competitive basis? Because you know right now, renewable energy, whether it is small or large, small power producers are less than 10 megawatt, rooftops are up to whatever capacity, and of course things that are being negotiated that we hear in the media, all of them are so-called committee decided prices. About 15 years ago, I also have worked in these committees, and we have been very lenient to the investors. But in 2015, the government at that time took a decision to call for competitive bids. I know the energy minister at that time had enormous pressure not to go for competitive bidding. 7 years later, I look back, what happened to the projects that went on competitive bidding? You only have to go to the web and look at the CEB data book. Wind power plant number 15 is being paid 19 rupees 43. Wind power plant number 16 and 17 are the ones who went on competitive bidding, and I looked at how much they were paid last year. 22. It is published. 13 rupees and 7 cents. So maybe, if you like, that may be a way of attempting to get the renewable prices competitive and thereby help the customer in the longer term. On the right-hand side, in the media that there is a solar park being negotiated, I looked at what happens in the history. Solar park number 8, as the CEB book calls it, is being paid 2310, decided by a committee. And that was built in 2017. Solar park number 9, 10, and up to 61 listed in the CEB book. And they commenced producing electricity from 2019 to 21 at prices of 1795 to 1590. So competition has brought the prices down. But 2019 tendering was stopped. Now again we are back to committee. Committee is usually set to increase the prices. So bidding for renewables will not work, but we are told that renewables will reduce costs. And we are also told that Sri Lankan investors have no money. Therefore foreign investors have to come. Therefore wind and solar have to be paid in US dollars. And we are told that if we build the coal and gas power plants anymore, we are making a huge crime and they will be stranded assets. And we are told that Sri Lanka will get a lot of credits by declaring that we will not build any more coal or not even gas-fired power plants. And the Electricity Act and privatization will reduce costs. So we need to calculate and convince the public, please help us with your opinion to get this act through the parliament so that you will get electricity at a cheaper price, and show them the clauses in the act that compels the successor companies, the advisory council, the Public Utilities Commission, compel them to do the necessary things to get the price down.
Now, meanwhile, Minister of Power and Energy Kanchana Wijesekara says instructions have been issued to the Ceylon Electricity Board to suspend all planned power interruptions for non-essential maintenance work on the weekend and during the holiday season in order to maintain an uninterrupted supply of power. On the social media platform previously known as Twitter, the minister highlighted that the new guidelines will be issued by the General Manager of the Ceylon Electricity Board in line with international benchmarks on planned power interruptions for maintenance work. The move comes upon a review carried out by the ministry into complaints received from consumers on frequent power interruptions made to execute maintenance work. According to the minister, the ministry has also observed unnecessary planned power interruptions for maintenance work over the weekends, costing the CEB large amounts of money for overtime payments. Now moving on to more news on Sri Lanka's electricity industry, Additional General Manager of the Ceylon Electricity Board, Hemantha Ranasinghe, revealed that the CEB incurred a loss of 20 billion rupees by August and September this year. However, considering the impact of the recent weather conditions, the Additional General Manager also revealed that the CEB was able to generate a profit of 32 billion rupees by end November 2023.
With an amendment in electricity tariffs expected to be implemented in January next year, the Sectoral Oversight Committee on Energy and Transport held a meeting together with officials of the Ceylon Electricity Board in Parliament. The discussion centered around the CEB's revenue and expenditure.
2023 වර්ෂයේ ගත්තොත් ලංකා විදුලි බල මණ්ඩලයට මුලින් අපි සැලසුම් කළ පරිදි අපිට වර්ෂාපතනය නොලැබීම නිසා ඉතාමත් අසීරු තත්ත්වයකට මුහුණ දීමට සිදු වුණා. අගෝස්තු සැප්තැම්බර් මාසයේ වන විට බිලියන 20ක පමණ අලාභයක් විදුලි බල මණ්ඩලයට සිදු වුණා. 2023 අගෝස්තු වෙනකොට මේ සියල්ලෙගම එකතුව తాවකාලිකව ගෙවිය යුතු දීර්ඝකාලීන ණය නෙවෙයි බිලියන 156ක් දක්වා වැඩි වුණා. නමුත් අපේ අර ජල පෝෂක ප්‍රදේශ ආශ්‍රිතව හොඳ වැසි තත්ත්වයක් ඇති වුණා. ඒ නිසා අපිට නොවැම්බර් 15 වෙද්දී අපේ ජලාශවල සියලුම ජල මට්ටම උපරිමයට ළඟා වෙලා තිබ්බේ. ඒ නිසා මේ වෙනකොට ඊටවට වැඩිය ඉහළ මට්ටමක විදුලි බල මණ්ඩලය ආර්ථික වශයෙන් සහ විදුලිය ජනනය මට්ටමින් ඉතා ඉහළ මට්ටමක අපි ඉන්නවා. 2023 වර්ෂයේ නොවැම්බර් මාස ඉවර වෙද්දී විදුලි බල මණ්ඩලය බිලියන 32ක ලාභයක් ලබලා තියෙනවා. ලබන අවුරුද්දේ මේ ආය ක්‍රමය මේ විදිහටම තිබ්බොත් රුපියල් බිලියන 23ක ලාභයක් අපේක්ෂා කරනවා අපි ලබන අවුරුද්දේ.
Now following further news on the country's power sector, the Ceylon Petroleum Corporation, the Lanka Indian Oil Corporation and Sinopec Energy Lanka have been directed to maintain 50% of their relevant fuel stocks at minimum at all filling stations. According to State Minister of Power and Energy D.V. Chanaka, the relevant directive was issued by Minister Kanchana Vijayasekara in a bid to avoid any shortage during the festive season. Meanwhile, the Fuel Distributors Association too guaranteed that fuel supply at all filling stations will remain uninterrupted during the festive season. Now in other news, State Minister of Social Empowerment Anupa Paskul revealed that a program to strengthen the livelihoods of 1 million Aswasama beneficiaries will commence from next year onwards. According to the State Minister, the program, which aims to make Sri Lanka a manufacturing, export-oriented economy, is expected to strengthen livelihoods of 300,000 people next year. Joining our segment 2024 and beyond, the State Minister of Social Empowerment further claims that the government aims to create a network of 1 million small to medium-scale enterprises via this project.
මෙවර අයවැයෙන් විශේෂයෙන්ම සුබසාධනය වගේම නිෂ්පාදන ආර්ථිකයකට අවශ්‍ය කරන ප්‍රාග්ධනය ලබා දෙන වැඩපිළිවෙලකට ගිහිලා තියෙනවා. මේ ආර්ථික අර්බුදයත් එක්ක අසරණභාවයට පත්වලා තියෙන අස්වැසුමලාභීන් ලක්ෂ 20කට ආසන්න සංඛ්‍යාවට මිලියන 185ක් වෙන් කළා. අපේ අමාත්‍යාංශයේ සමාජ සවිබල ගැනීම අමාත්‍යාංශයෙන් ආබාධිත ප්‍රජාව වෙනුවෙන් වැදගත් තීන්දුව తీරන ගණනාවක් ගන්න එකේ ප්‍රධාන එකක් තමයි 2004 ඉඳන් තිබුණු ආබාධිත ප්‍රජාවගේ අයිතිවාසිකම් සුරකීමේ බිල්පත අපි ලබන වසරේ ජනවාරි මාසයේ ඉදිරිපත් කරනවා. ජනවාරි හෝ පෙබරවාරි. ඒ වගේම තමයි අපිට ලක්ෂ 12ක් මුදල් අමාත්‍යාංශයෙන් බාර දෙනවා අස්වැසුමලාභීන් අපි ඒගොල්ලන්ව සවි බල ගන්න. වෙනදා කරපු සවි බල ගැනීමේ ක්‍රියාවලිය නෙමෙයි අපි කරන්නේ. සැබෑ ලෙසම අපනයන ඉලක්ක කරගත් කටයුතු තමයි මෙවර කරන්න. අපිට ඩොලර් එන ක්‍රමයට තමයි අපි සවි බල ගැනීම කරන්නේ. උදාහරණයක් විතර ගත්තොත් එහෙම අපි සවි බල ගැනීමට අවශ්‍ය කරන ජනතාවන ඉඩම් තියෙන අයට තේ වගාවට අවශ්‍ය කරන ශක්තිය, කුරුඳු වගාවට අවශ්‍ය කරන ශක්තිය, ගම්රිස් වගාවට අවශ්‍ය කරන ශක්තිය, වගේම කෝපි විශේෂයෙන්ම ජපානයේ අපනයන කෝපි වගාව සඳහා අවශ්‍ය කරන ශක්තිය, ඒ වගේම සුවිශේෂ වගාවල් පළතුරු අපි ප්‍රමුඛතාවය දෙනවා. ඒ වගේම සත්ත්ව පාලනයට අපි ප්‍රමුඛතාවය දෙනවා. අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම සවි බල ගැනීම තහවුරු කළ හැකි ව්‍යාපෘති වලට තමයි තන දෙන්නේ. UNICEF එකනොත් IMF එකනොත් UNDP එකනොත් තිලු ප්‍රධාන දෙයක් තමයි මේ වියදම් කරන මුදල් අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම ප්‍රතිඵලදායකයි සවි බල ගැනීමනවා. ජනතාවගේ ආර්ථිකය ශක්තිමත් වෙන එක තහවුරු කරන්න කියලා කන්ෆර්ම් කරන්න කියලා. අපි ඒ ගැන අවධානය යොමු කරනවා. කොහොමත් අපි ඒකට අවධානය යොමු කරලා තිබුණා. අපතේ යන දේවල් එකක්වත් අපි මෙවර කරන්න ඉඩ දෙන්නේ නැහැ. මධ්‍යම කමිටුව මගින් දැඩි අධීක්ෂණයක් කළා තමයි ඒ කටයුත්ත කරන්නේ. ඒකට අපි ලක්ෂ 10 වසර 3ක් තුර සවි බල ගන්නවා. ලබන වසර තුර ලක්ෂ 3ක් සවි බල ගන්න අවශ්‍ය කරන කටයුතු කරනවා. පැහැදිලිවම කියන්න ඕනේ මේවා සුබ සාධනයක් නෙමෙයි ආයෝජනයක් විදිහට සලකලා තමයි මේ කරන්නේ. ආයෝජන මත පදනම් වෙලා අපේ අපනයන නිෂ්පාදනයට දායක වීම GDP එක ශක්තිමත් කිරීම ඉලක්ක කරගත් දෙයක්. කොටින්ම කියනවා නම් සුළු පරිමාණයේ නිෂ්පාදකයන්ගේ ජාලයක් ලක්ෂ 10ක ජාලයක් අපි මේක තුලින් හදනවා. ඒ බිලියන 30ක් අපි මේ වෙනුවෙන් වැය කරනවා. ගමේ ප්‍රජාව සූදානම් වෙන්නේ මේ ව්‍යාපෘති හරියට කරනවද නැද්ද කියන බලන්න. ඒ අනුව ඒක අපි මේ විදිහට කරනවා. ඒ වගේම වැඩිහිටි ප්‍රජාව වෙනුවෙන් ලංකාව පුරාම අපි වැඩිහිටි සහ ආබාධ ප්‍රඥාප්ති ඉදිරිපත් කරනවා. ඉදිරිපත් කළා සංචාරක ව්‍යාපාරයේ ශක්තිමත් වෙන ආකාරයේ ලෝකයේම ඉන්න ආබාධිත ප්‍රජාව වැඩිහිටියන් අතරිනුත් කොටසක් ආබාධ වෙන වයසත් එක්ක ඒගොල්ලන්ට මේ රටේ සංචාරය කරන්න පුළුවන් ආකාරය පරිසරයක් අපි නිර්මාණය කරන සීගිරියේ සිට කතරගම දක්වා නුවර සිට බස්නාහිර පළාතේ සත්වත්ව දක්වා සියලුම ස්ථානවල ඇක්සෙසිබිලිටි කීටක නිර්මාණය කරන්න අපි ජනතුමා විශේෂයෙන්ම අපිට ඒක උපදෙස් ලබා දීලා තිනවා. අපි හරහා ඒ සියලුම අදාළ අමාත්‍යාංශවල විශේෂයෙන් ප්‍රවාහන අමාත්‍යාංශය, සංචාරක අමාත්‍යාංශය, ඉඩම් අමාත්‍යාංශය සියලුම අමාත්‍යාංශ හරහා සංචාරකයන්ට අවශ්‍ය කරන accessibility වලට ඉන්වෙස්ට් කරන්න කියන එක අපි විශේෂයෙන්ම කියන.
Now, as the Yuka special raid operation continued today for the 6th consecutive day, 40 suspects in Kumpanyavidya were nabbed along with heroin and methamphetamine in their possession by the police special task force. Meanwhile, speaking in this regard, police spokesman SSP Nihal Thaldu has said that the special operation Yuktiya launched to curb the distribution of narcotics island-wide will be temporarily halted from the 24th to the 26th of December owing to the upcoming festivities.
The Yukti special operation executed to curb and control the distribution of narcotic substances and organized crime island-wide continued for the 6th consecutive day today. Accordingly, 18 suspects were apprehended last night in the Kompanyavidya and Vaikanda area with heroin and methamphetamine in their possession. Further, police officers, officers of the Special Task Force and army officers along with the police K9 unit joined the special raid to apprehend the suspects. In the meantime, a raid was launched in the 75, 95 and 35 areas within the Grand Pass police domain. 58 suspects were taken into custody during the raid. Among them are another 30 individuals who were unable to present any form of identification. Further, Yukti special operation was conducted in the Wanathamula Grama Niladhari division in Borala this morning. The raid operation led to the apprehension of 40 individuals involved in various offences including possession of narcotics. In addition, another 2 suspects were nabbed by the respective officials along with 600 milligrams of methamphetamine and 2 swords in their possession. Further, the police have raised concerns over the 40 million rupees worth of property owned by an infamous crime syndicate leader operating under the alias of Vanathe Shuttan. The suspect is also believed to be involved in the assassination of a person on the Leslie Ranagala Mawatha in Borala, which took place in May earlier this year. The Colombo Crime Division meanwhile took measures to seize a vehicle belonging to the suspect who reportedly fled to a foreign country in order to evade arrest after the assassination in Borala. Against this backdrop, 692 grams of heroin, 393 grams of methamphetamine, 42 kilograms and 100 grams of cannabis, and 235,680 plants of cannabis sativa were recovered by the respective officials during the past 24 hours. Further, 1,676 suspects were taken into custody by police officials within the past 24 hours, while 119 persons among the total suspects are currently being investigated per the detention orders issued. Additionally, 45 suspects will be investigated for owning illegal assets and 112 drug addicts were directed to rehabilitation centres.
පිහිටීම අනුව කේන්ද්‍රස්ථානයක් වෙලා තියෙනවා මද්ද්‍රව්‍ය හුවමාරුවේදී. යම් ප්‍රමාණයක් රට ඇතුළටත් එනවා. ඡන්ද කාලවලදී අපිට දේශපාලනය කරන්න පුළුවන් වෙන් වශයෙන්. නමුත් දැන් තියෙන්නේ අපිට රට ගොඩ නගන්න. අපි හැමෝම එකතු වෙමු කියන ඉල්ලීම මම කරනවා.
සමහර ආගමික නායකයින් සමහර නීතිඥවරු කියනවා මාධ්‍ය සංදර්ශනයල්ලු. ඒගොල්ලන්ට මේක රිදෙනවා. මාධ්‍ය සාකච්ඡා තියතිය මට පහර දෙනවා. පොලිස්පතිතුමාට පහර දෙනවා. දැන් මට තර්ජනය කරන්නත් පටන් අරන් තියෙනවා. මොනවා කිව්වත් අපි මේ දේ නවත්තන්නේ නැහැ. මට හයියට අපේ ජනාධිපතිතුමා ඉන්නවා. ඕන තීරණයක් ගන්න ඕන දෙයක් කරන්න මම ඉන්නවා කෙලින් මේ වැඩේට කාටවත් ඇඟිලි ගහන්න දෙන්නේ නැහැ කියලා. මමත් මේ ඇමතිකමේ ඉන්නකම් මොන බලවතෙකුට වුණත් මේකට ඇඟිලි ගහලා හුඩුකාරයෝ බේරගන්න පාතාලේ බේරගන්න මං ඉඩ තියන්නේ නැහැ.
මේකට පොලිස් කොට්ටාශ අඳුරගෙන තියෙන ආකාරයට මද්ද්‍රව්‍ය වෙළඳාමේ සහ බෙදා හැරීමේ ජාලේ 293 ඉන්නවා. අද වෙද්දී 105 දෙනෙක් මේ කොට්ටාශයට මද්ද්‍රව්‍ය ගෙන අත්අඩංගුවට අරගෙන ඇතුළට දාන්න මේ මහතුරු සමත්ලා තියෙනවා. මැද ඉන්න මාළු කල්ලකට පස්සේ අපිට හොයාගන්න පුළුවන් කවුද මේ රට කුඩු ගේන තෝරුමෝරු කියලා. එතෙන්ටත් අපි අත තියෙන දවස වැඩි ඈතක නැහැ කියන එකත් මම පැහැදිලිව ප්‍රකාශ කරනවා.
Welcome back. Now, Thailand's Minister of Tourism and Sports assured her fullest support and cooperation towards strengthening Thai-Sri Lanka relations in the field of tourism, especially to enhanced Buddhist religious tourism and two-way tourism exchanges. The support was extended by the Thai Tourism Minister when the Ambassador of Sri Lanka to Thailand and Permanent Representative of UNESCAP, C.A. Chamindai Kolone, paid a courtesy call on the Thai Minister of Tourism and Sports in Thailand. Ambassador Chamindai requested the Thai Minister of Tourism and Sports to encourage Thai investors to invest in the hospitality and tourism sectors in Sri Lanka. He further highlighted that the government of Sri Lanka has recently waived off the visa fee for Thai nationals in order to promote Sri Lanka as an easy-to-access destination for Thai tourists. Furthermore, an invitation was extended by Ambassador Chaminda to the Thai Tourism Minister to visit Sri Lanka at a convenient time in the near future and was warmly accepted during the meeting. Now in your corporate developments, DFCC Bank recently announced a spectacular array of exclusive offers for both debit and credit card holders during the festive season. Meanwhile, Sri Lanka's leading menswear brand Hamidia marked its 75th anniversary along with a special collection under the theme Celebrating Life. With that, let's take a look at our corporate news segment for the evening.
Stocked with the season's best deals, DFCC Bank announced a spectacular array of exclusive offers for both debit and credit card holders. Accordingly, in a move to expand customer satisfaction, DFCC Bank offered savings up to 75% across 400 partner merchant outlets, catering to diverse needs and desires of their cardholders. The bank is making a positive difference by expanding its exclusive merchant partnerships for seasonal offers based on the desires and wishes of cardholders. Meanwhile, Sri Lanka's leading menswear brand Hamidia marked its 75th anniversary along with the special collection under the theme Celebrating Life. The seasonal collection encompasses an array of menswear designed to elevate the fashion of men. Further, from ready-made to made-to-measure, bespoke and total accessories, Hamidia offers a diverse collection. In other corporate developments, an ultrasound scanner was donated to the Professional Medical Unit of the National Hospital Colombo by the Commercial Bank of Ceylon recently. The scanner will enhance the ultrasonography facilities of the unit as large numbers of patients seek treatment daily. Speaking in this regard, the CEO of the Commercial Bank, Sanath Manatunga, said that aiding the state healthcare services with essential equipment is one of many community-related interventions in the corporate social responsibility activities of Commercial Bank.
Now with Christmas just around the corner, the season to celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ is upon us. Let us care for each other, share our joy and happiness, and endure all. Keeping this in mind, let's take a look into our seasonal segment, A Message of Hope.
My dear friends, Christmas is all about caring, sharing and enduring. Caring for each other. In a very special manner, in this context of our lives, we have to and we must care for each other, as there are many around us who are in need. It is all about sharing the joy that we have, sharing the happiness that we have with each other. And it is all about enduring like Mother Mary, even the moments of joy in her heart. When shepherds came and told her that they were told by the angels that this is the Son of God, the awaited one, Mother Mary endured everything in her heart. So my dear friends, Christmas is all about caring, sharing and enduring. I wish you all a meaningful Christmas. May God bless you.
And with that, we wrap up tonight's edition of AdaDerana First at 9. Stay in touch with us on www.adaderana.lk for the latest developments around the clock. Thank you. Have a great night.
For news and information you can trust 24 hours a day, visit AdaDerana.lk.